Hey! Welcome to Who Needs a Superhero? Chapter 4 Iron Man Salvation by Success. Part 4 Blessing or Curse. Dun 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 dun! Okay, here we go. Years after becoming Iron Man, Tony Stark discovers that many of his scientific secrets have been stolen by one Justin Hammer, who in turn has brokered that technology to a host of supervillains. Stark contemplates with horror the list of science-enhanced criminals using his know-how to prey upon the innocent. Ultimately, he anguishes. He is responsible for every theft, extortion, murder committed with his inventions. As soon as possible, Iron Man tracks down the villains he inadvertently empowered. In every case, he recovers or permanently disables the pirated technology. Along the way, however, he accidentally causes 2 deaths. This raises the toll of victims for whom Stark feels responsible, and further fuels the fires of his personal guilt. Even worse, when the American government becomes aware of the deaths caused by Iron Man, the authorities mistakenly assume that the ironclad hero is dangerously out of control. To stop Iron Man's apparent rampage, a covert government agency unleashes its own monstrosity mechanized operator codenamed Firepower. In a dramatic showdown, Firepower outguns the beleaguered Iron Man, who must fake his own death in order to escape. Ironically, Firepower's vast weaponry is also based on Tony Stark's stolen designs. Of course, Iron Man does later defeat Firepower, but the story hints that the inventor's own runaway technology may eventually bring about his downfall. Other storylines raise the same warning. In one, a robotic life model decoy created by S.H.I.E.L.D. upserts the armor, and Tony Stark squares off against his own battlesuit in hostile hands. In another story, Iron Man's armor shuts down and its circuits fuse, following a slugfest with the Hulk. Tony Stark is trapped inside and immobilized in the immobilized armor without oxygen, while his friends race to the clock to release him from the nearly impregnable battle suit. Iron Man's temporary imprisonment within his own invention mirrors the larger situation of Tony Stark's growing dependency upon the armor. The natural question becomes a nagging one. Is Tony Stark complete without the mechanical crutch? Indeed, the Iron Man shell sometimes seems more real than the man inside the armor. On several other occasions, other people have donned the Iron Man armor. James Rhodes, Happy Hogan, Clay Wilson, even a woman, Bethany Cabe, have all become Iron Man at various times, and the world never noticed the difference. Unlike most superheroes, in Iron Man's case, the clothes really do make the man. The armor is essential, but Tony Stark seems the most expendable. The situation became more poignant and more sinister when in one story the battle suit defies its own creator and repeatedly sabotages Stark's effort. As he spies on enemies in a darkened room, the armor chest lamp inexplicably lights up, revealing Iron Man's presence. While on an undersea mission, the ceiling plates in Iron Man's face mask open, threatening to drown him before he can reach the surface. Later, while flying over New York City, one of his jet's boots misfire, sending Iron Man careening in a headlong dive in a cultivating moment of betrayal. Iron Man is greeting a foreign ambassador when the repulsor ray in his gauntlet apparently fires of its own accord. The ambassador dies instantly in a blast while the world watches on television. Iron Man is branded a murderer. Avid readers will know that Justin Hammer has found a way to control Iron Man's armor from afar, triggering these malfunctions. Even so, the implications are clear. The armor is mightier than the man within. And in a battle between Iron Man and Tony Stark, the machine is certain to destroy the human. Eventually, this very scenario plays out due to the convergence of several freakish circumstances, including a direct lightning strike. Iron Man's armor has actually become self-aware as the suit takes on a life of its own. It is at first eager to please its master, but soon the Frankenstein story is played out with 21st century trappings. The armor is cold-bloodedly murders a man, and Stark is helpless to stop it. Apparently, appalled by its creator's weakness, the armor turns against its inventor. Stark inadvertently dons an earlier suit of armor to fight his sentient armor, but the battle is one-sided. The living armor pounds its creator and rags about Stark's betrayal in wearing a different battlesuit, ripping away the inferior battlesuit piece by piece, screaming, "You're mine, Tony! Mine! Mine!" This chilling moment reveals that the machine has become the master with the man as the servant. Tony Stark is now the possession of his own handiwork. In the final to the death confrontation on a desert island, the armor removes its mask to reveal a mechanical face beneath. The renegade machine has begun to build a body within the armor. With a little latex skin, the living armor can soon play the roles of both Iron Man and Tony Stark. The invention is prepared to utterly upset the inventor. Soon, Tony Stark, the man, will be irrelevant and outdated. Stark does finally prevail over the living armor in victory, both haunting and ironic. During the desperate battle, he suffers a heart attack as he collapses before his own creation. Tony Stark challenges the machine to finish him off, or at least so that he can at least die like a man. The armor repeats the words, "Die like a man," then rams an iron fist into its own chest cavity and yanks out the tentacled metal heart, which is with its dying strength. The sputtering armor attaches the mechanical heart to Tony's chest. As the inventor revives, the armor whispers again, "Die like a man." Having asserted its own heroism and humanity, the smoking armor collapses in death after saving the life of its creator. The unsettling resolution of the story disturbs us. We've been rooting for Tony Stark, of course, but the living armor sacrifice leaves us wondering who is the real hero. More to the point, Stark was beaten at every turn by the machine, and in the end, the machine even outmatches Stark in nobility. In a final bitter reversal, the machine that was given life by Stark now returns to favor. Stark's own weakness is underlined by the fact that he survives due entirely to the mechanical heart grafted to his chest. The armor might do well on its own, but Tony Stark has no life from his invention. Far from being a savior for Tony Stark, technology has become both his master and his nemesis. So much for the house that Tony Stark built. Although surgery can eventually repair Stark's Stark and remove the life-threatening shrapnel. It is the profoundest sense the hero still plods through life with a broken heart, one which all the science and wealth of the world cannot heal. That's the end of part 4. Part 3. Be sure to tune in to the next part. Iron Will, Rusted Life. And remember to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share, and comment. Bye for now. God bless.